If you walk away, don't expect me to wait. Emma had just landed her dream job in New York, but her boyfriend, Jace, had no intention of leaving Los Angeles. Late Friday afternoon, their small apartment still smelled of toasted bread, and golden sunlight poured through the window. Emma opened her email and froze. She'd been offered the creative director role at a top fashion house in New York, the job she had dreamed of for 3 years. But across the room, Jace, her boyfriend, merely raised an eyebrow when she told him, "New York, that's really far." On the night that was supposed to be a celebration, Jace turned cold. Emma lit a candle, poured wine, and placed a hot plate of pasta on the table. But the air between them was colder than an early winter breeze. Jace didn't smile, didn't raise his glass. "I didn't think we'd leave LA over a job." "So you're choosing the job, not me?" Emma frowned. "I'm choosing myself. Why can't you understand how important this is to me?" She couldn't hold it in anymore. "You know how much this means to me. I've turned down so many opportunities just to stay here with you. But now it's time I choose me." Her voice trembled, not with anger, but with disappointment. Jay stood up abruptly. "You always say you love me, but your actions say otherwise." He pushed his chair back, his voice rising. "If you really loved me, how can you just leave without hesitation?" There was hurt in his eyes, but deeper than that was the fear of being left behind, a fear he never admitted. Emma slammed her hand on the table. "Because you're selfish. You always want me to sacrifice, but what about you? Since we got together, I've skipped runway shows, turned down interviews, just because you didn't want a long-distance relationship. Now that I finally have a chance to live for myself, you turn away?" The slap of her palm on the table was the sound of her last thread of patience snapping. Jace growled, "If you go to New York, don't expect me to wait for you." He turned away, clenching his fists to stop his hands from shaking. "You keep pushing me away. If you go, don't come back. Don't expect me to still be here." Emma let out a bitter laugh, eyes brimming with tears. "So, in the end, you're using love to make me give up my dreams?" She stood still, then laughed softly, a laugh filled with pain. "You're no different from the world out there, thinking women should choose love to be worthy of it." Tears fell, but her voice didn't waver. Jay said nothing, turning his face away, wounded pride written all over him. He didn't reply, didn't apologize, just silence. And sometimes silence is the cruelest ending. A painful silence stretched between them, like both already knew what was coming. The room sank into a quiet heavier than time. No more music, no clinking glasses, no us. "You once said you'd support all my dreams," Emma whispered. "Now I see that was only true as long as my dreams fit in the palm of your hand." Emma whispered, "Then let's break up. I can't choose you if it means losing myself." She walked to the door, picked up a bag already packed. No more words were exchanged. "If I have to choose between you and myself, I'm sorry, Jace. I won't lose myself again." And she left, softly, decisively. Sometimes the one who walks away doesn't love you any less. They've just finally learned how to love themselves more. Have you ever found yourself caught in that moment between love and yourself? If it were you, who would you choose? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Heart Wars, where love begins and sometimes where it ends.